How is everybody doing today? My name is Barba223 and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be going over a build that is probably not really the meta in my opinion, but I think it is a build that is very good and it should be more popular. This build is crazy. It has team utility, it has pretty much everything that you possibly could want. It's very well rounded. It's a good solo build. It's good for PvE and PvP. So I'm going to go over the skills, I'm going to go over the gear, I'm going to go over my attributes. So I'm going to go over everything, guys. And as always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for your continued support. And let's just do it. So today we're going to be starting with the gear, or I'm sorry, the skills, okay? So let's go to weapon mastery. So let's start with our spear. Actually, no, we'll start with our life staff, considering that it is pretty much our main thing here. So we are going life staff. Now I only have it level 13, as you can see, but I will tell you what I have and what I'm planning on getting to make sure that this build is complete for you guys. So we'll start with our first skill here, which is Divine Embrace. Now, Divine Embrace is a very powerful heal in New World. It is 25 mana. It heals a target for 150 weapon damage, so whatever your weapon damage is, it'll do that plus 50%. It hits very hard. It heals me a lot of the time for over 1,000, sometimes even 1,500, depending on my buffs. Very good. So here we're touching the second bar, and we have Divine Embrace upgrade called Privilege. It makes it cost less, so it goes from 25 to 20. Very good. You want to lower your mana cost as much as possible to make you able to spam this heal as much as you need it. So the next skill we're using is Sacred Ground. Now this is perhaps the most important skill of them all. It's a very powerful ground AoE heal. Now the reason it's so powerful is not only does it do 20% weapon damage every second, and it lasts for 15 seconds and only has a 20-second cooldown, so it has only a downtime of 5 seconds, but the upgrades make this skill very good. So you regen stamina and mana 100% faster while in your Sacred Ground. So being able to pop your Sacred Ground and sit in it, you'll be able to get your stand back, your mana back, and be a lot more tanky and able to dodge more often, so it's good. And then next, we get this upgrade. While allies are in Sacred Ground, they are healed 50% more from all healing, so this is insanely good. It's going to boost your healing significantly. A great combo is if you pop this Sacred Ground, you stand in it, you're at half health, you use this, you're going to do 50% more, and you're going to be at full health. It's really powerful. It's very good. So that is something to keep in mind. And we're just going to go over the quick passives on this side of the tree. So holding a life staff, you increase the amount of healing to you and friendlies by 5%. So pretty much you just get 5% flat healing, very solid. And then here, this is the most important one in my opinion, is making your life staff heavy and light attacks no longer cost mana. So as you can see, if I bring out my life staff, you do this, look, no mana is being used here because of that passive. So it's very good. It's really good. It saves your mana a ton. And that's pretty much it. I'll tell you what passes I'm planning on getting after we finish this, but let me finish this. So we're using Orb of Protection right here. Orb of Protection is a very good skill. I do go back and forth between Beacon and Orb of Protection, but the reason I use Orb is because it only has a cooldown of 10 seconds compared to Beacon. I feel like the cooldown for Orb is great. It not only gives you a small heal, 10% weapon damage, which is smaller than Beacon, but it also grants you 10% Fortify. So it's going to lower the damage you take by 10%, which is really good considering that if you're fighting outnumbered, it's going to help you a ton. So the passives are very good too. If the Orb of Protection hits an ally, they also recover. They get recovery for 10 seconds, so you're getting a heal of 7.5% weapon damage every second. So it is really nice. It stacks with the 10% from the initial hit, so you're going to get a double heal. So it is like 17.5% because of the two bonuses them together. And then this one's really important as well. If you successfully heal an ally with Orb, you also get the recovery. So you definitely need this because you're going to be wanting to help your teammates out, but at the same time, you're getting rewarded by helping your teammates by getting the buff on yourself. So it is really nice. Being able to get the Orb and healing you is really powerful in my opinion. So I think you must at least get it to here. Maybe here if you want to, but I think the middle, Shared Protection, is the best. So we'll go over the passive here. So this is probably the best passive in the entire tree in my opinion. After a dodge, your heals are 20% more effective for 5 seconds. 5 seconds is a really, really long time. It's not, you have time to probably use all 3 of your skills in the time of 5 seconds. So I think that's really nice. And dodging is really important in this game, so being able to get that extra heal afterwards, dodging and then using your burst heal, it's going to help you out a lot. So here, if you have a buff, heal 10% more. So pretty much you always have a buff, so you're pretty much always getting 10% healing. You're getting it literally at all times. Very, very powerful as well. It's going to help you out a ton. So yeah, it's really good passive. Something to note here is, like I said earlier, if you use Sacred Ground and you get that 50% extra healing from all sources, think about it this way, guys. You get 50% healing. You get 20% healing from this. You get 10% healing from this. You get 5% healing from this. So you're getting 50, plus 20 is 70, plus 10 is 80, plus 5 is 85, and once you get your other passives, you're going to get even more healing. So this one right here, heavy attacks give you 10%, and this stacks 3 times, so you can get 30% more, so that's over 120% extra healing once you get all your passives. It's really, really good, and it's just so powerful. And in terms of the ultimate, guys, you're going to want to get this. You're going to want Divine Blessing. When you heal an ally, if their health is below 50, you heal for 30% more. So that's even more healing that you can do. There's just so many ways to stack your healing up. Now, if you want me to let you know exactly what passes I'm planning on getting, well, we'll do this, right? So you get 19 points to maximize your tree. So we're right now, we have used 12, I believe. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we get 7 more points. That's going to be very good. So in terms of getting the ultimate, really what you're going to want to do is probably upgrade this all the way. So you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11. Okay, so that's probably going to get you to your ultimate. You're going to want to get this because you can get 30% healing extra. It's really nice. You could get this, but I really feel like your cooldowns are fine as they are. I don't really ever struggle with cooldowns. And you don't have to use this, but if you're playing in a big group, healing 2 targets is really powerful. So that is how you're probably going to get to the ultimate. It makes a lot of sense. And at that point, you have a couple points left, so I would probably dabble and get here. Buffs your grant last 20% longer. It's just going to help you out a lot. And then this one as well. When you get hit below 50% health, you get 10% haste. That is going to really, really help you out because people chase you down and want to kill a healer. So it's going to give you a lot of boosts. So as always, again, guys, make sure you have your Sacred Ground up. Make sure you have your Orb of Protection up. And you should be pretty solid for the moment. If you need your heal, make sure you're standing in your Sacred Ground and pop that heal. So we'll move on to the Spear. So the Spear is another weapon. I think it's the best one, my favorite weapon probably to pair with the Life Staff, because not only does it provide damage, it provides a lot of crowd control, it provides a lot of dot damage, which is damage over time if you don't know, and it can do a lot for your team. So in my opinion, these are the 3 best skills you can use for PvP specifically. The reason I say this is because this skill hits like a truck, this one applies bleed, and this one's a CC and a cooldown reduction. So I'll explain. So again, we're not maxed out all the way, so do not get mad at me for not having my stuff all the way maxed. I'm trying to get there. But what I will say is this is what we're doing. So on the left side, we'll just get it out of the way first. So we have 10% crit chance on targets that are 3 meters away. I know this is a perfect skill for Javelin, but you do actually hit people that are 3 meters away a lot. If you do a dodge roll backwards, so if you do this, dodge backwards and then heavy attack, you cover a lot of ground and you will be hitting people 3 meters away. So it does help you out. Just so you know, it is a good combo to use. Next, we're going to do our other passive. So 25% damage against knockdown targets. That's essentially just going to buff this skill by 25%. As you can see, it does 25% damage to knockdown targets, and this skill here sweeps the target legs, dealing 75% weapon damage and knocking them down. So they pair really well together, so it really is good. Now you have to upgrade this to make this skill the best in my opinion. So when you upgrade it, you get grit so no one can interrupt you, and then you get this right here. Press basic attack during the sweep to follow up with a powerful downward stab that deals 125% weapon damage. So you're getting 125% plus 75% for the initial hit. You're doing a total of 200%. So pretty much you do this and then you press your attack and you stab down. It does 25% extra because of this passive. Really, really good. It's my favorite skill for spear. It's the hardest hitting in my opinion. It's a really, really good one. And it has a quick cooldown of 10 seconds, and you can reduce this cooldown to even less by using your other skill. So it's good. So Impaler, what we do here is it rushes forward, so it's a little bit of a gap closer as well. It covers ground. So like I said before, guys, if you dodge roll backwards and then you press that, it covers at least 5 meters. So you're going to get a 10% extra crit chance. That's why I say this skill is really nice for your spear, because spear has a lot of range whether you use javelin or not. So again, Skewer is really powerful. It does 125% weapon damage. It's a quick attack, and it applies a 10% weapon damage bleed for 10 seconds. Now, I know 10% doesn't sound like a lot, but like I was mentioning earlier, Life Staff has a lot of damage or healing over times. So you're essentially just combating people's healing with your bleed. So if they're not using a life staff, bleeds are going to be so powerful against people because it's directly fighting against their consumables. So they're just going to be taking constant pressure. And on top of that, you can stack bleeds multiple times. So if you upgrade this skill all the way, it has a 15-second cooldown, and if you do 20% damage against targets at full health, very good. This, you gain in power on crits, which is really nice. It stacks with this, you get extra crit chance. And then lastly, you get the bleed duration increased to 15. If you look at the skill, it has a cooldown of 15. So pretty much you can have this up at all times. And if you have it up at all times, what you can do is get this passive right here. Critical hits extend the duration of buffs and damage over time effects by 20%. So if you get a critical hit, this bleed is going to keep going and going and going. And if you use the skill more than once, they will stack, because you can stack bleeds from different sources 3 times, which is really nice. And then our last skill is the vault kick. Now people hate on this skill because it only does 75% weapon damage. But oh my god, this skill is amazing. Number one, it covers a crap ton of ground. So again, dodging backwards, look how much ground it covers. That's crazy. It covers a lot of ground. It stuns people, and it seems to hit really well for me. I don't have an issue hitting people. So I think it's a really, really good skill. And if you upgrade it, it gets even better. So you get Empower after successful hits on people below 50% health. This is bound to happen when you fight people. You're going to eventually get this. It's going to proc at some point. You can even save it for lower health targets. It's really good. And then lastly, this is the one you want. Cooldowns for other spear abilities are reduced by 30% on successful hit. So like I said before, when you use this skill here, you want to use this skill first. It has a 10-second cooldown. So you pop this skill and it uses it twice, whatever. It's on the cooldown, and then you're going to want to light attack and use skewer, bang, and then you're going to want to use the vault kick. It's going to stun them again. So you get 2 stuns in a row, and then once you use this, the cooldown for this is going to be done. So you almost have sweep up at all times by using vault kick. It's really, really powerful, and it's really good. So in terms of passives, I haven't totally decided yet what I'm going to use, but I think I'm definitely going to use Exuberating Crits. It's going to make bleeds last longer. Another one I might want to use is the last chain of the light attack applies a slow for 30% health people. I don't know about it because it's a low target only, but we'll see. This one right here is really good, 5% crit chance on light attacks, because you will be weaving in light attacks on all between your skills. And then this one as well, all spear cooldowns are reduced by 10% on the second hit of light attack. It's really easy, 1, 2, it's really easy to hit, so it will help you out a ton. And then on the other tree, another one you might want to use here, if I can find it. Oh yeah, here we go. Successful heavy attacks reduce all spear cooldowns, so there's ways for you to get so many cooldown reductions on spear, it's actually insane. Where's the other skill I wanted? Yeah, here it is, right here. So 20% damage against targets with grit. So as later game goes, people who are going to have more grit, it's going to be a lot of Great Axe and Warhammer people will have grit. So it's going to help you out, getting 20% extra damage. Now, In terms of an ultimate, it's really up to you. I'm probably going to go with this one right here, 10% damage per debuff on your target, because if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure bleeds apply to that. So you get bleed, you can get a stun, you can get a knockdown. I believe they all count as a debuff. So it is going to give you that extra damage. And on top of that, this one's really tough because it has to be damage. You get damage when your stamina's full, but how often is your stamina full? It's really tough to keep. Look, it's still like you're dodging all the time. But if you do want to use that, you can use this. The way you're going to have to do it is get all your passives on this side, which it does help your stamina. So this one, stamina regen under 50%, restore 20 stamina on crits. Like there are ways to get better stam. So that is my guide to these weapons. Let's move on to the gear because I don't want to make this video forever long, but I also want to give you all the details you need. So let's move on to the attributes. It's really going to be quick. These are easy to go over. So in terms of attributes, you're going to want to go 50 Constitution. The reason is simple. You want to get that 20% consumable strength because it's going to make a hell of a difference for your build. Your potions are going to be stronger, your food is going to be stronger. You need that. And then once you get 50 con, you're going to want to dump everything into focus. Not only are you going to make your life staff heals be a lot stronger, but your back bar is going to be stronger because of the gem you have on it. So you're going to get 10% mana regen. You're going to get 20 to mana pool, which is really important. And then you're going to want to get up to healing output. This is the most important one right here. 20% healing output. So this build's already super strong, but once you get to 150 focus, your build's going to take off. 20% extra healing is insane. You're going to have so much healing done, guys. It's going to be crazy. And if you really can, if you want to get to 200, I would suggest it because even 250 would be amazing because you get 30 mana for any group or self kill. Like, it's so good. So good. But again, guys, once you get 50 con, feel free to go totally focused. Feel free to go totally con. Like, it is up to you. It's up how you feel about health. I try to get over 3k. So that's the way I see it. So that's the way attributes are going to be for me. So gear-wise, you're going to want to do that. So let's go over the gear. Speaking of gear, let's do it. So this won't take too long. It's pretty simple. So on the body, we'll do this first. So the body, we are obviously in medium at 22.9 out of 23. So we got the perfect combination. If you want more detail into how to like get your maximum weight for your gear, check out my last video. I just posted it yesterday, so that'll help you out. So our helmet is a heavy piece. So to go over the weights, a heavy helm, a heavy chest, a medium hand, a light legs, and a medium feet. So medium, heavy, and light is a combination. But heavy helm, again, you're gonna want to get con and focus on everything. So I'm using all of the Marauder gear. It's probably the best choice for lower level like me, 27, because it is going to be able to be adapted by using a cleric seal. I don't have any cleric seals on me, but you can buy a cleric seal for 100 faction reputation, and you can change the stats on the gear, so you'll be able to get focus and constitution for everything, making your build a lot better. So it will help you out a ton. But also these give you crit resistance, so it's going to make crits do less damage to you. It's very powerful. It helps out a lot. And I get slash damage resorption for everything because in my opinion, I think slash damage is the best. That's the hatchet and great axe. So that's the hardest to defend against, and being able to get slash damage absorption for your gems is really important. You can buy that on the store or loot them. It's whatever you have to do. So yeah, I am using a green piece right here that gives 12 con because I really like this piece. It's allies that are healed by Sacred Ground, gain Fortify, increasing damage absorption. So you just get damage mitigation for 5 seconds when you use your AoE heal. It's really good. And we're not using a shield because we don't use one-handed shield. It's just a waste of weight. Don't use it. And then on the bottom here, we're using a necklace, Prosperous Promise. This does drop from the Armine dungeon, I believe. Or maybe it's from a mission. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But it gives 14 focus, it gives physical absorption, and it gives extra max health. It's a really, really good necklace. My best piece of gear, if we're being honest. And then the ring, I bought this on the store. It just gives a crap ton of focus. It gives me extra stamina, which really helps out, and it gives me damage absorption. And then for the weapons, we are using a life staff of the sage. Now this is the ideal staff you could want. I don't want to change this until I find another staff like this. So it has a gear score of 337. It gives 15 focus. The gem I chose is that it gives me 6% healing and damage while at full health. This is really good if you're playing with a team and you're staying out of the fight and you're at full health. You get extra healing, extra damage. Really good. And then the extra trait is the best one you can possibly get for a healer, in my opinion. It's called Blessed. It gives you a 19% healing bonus. A flat 19% healing bonus. Like, it is so powerful. Like, as I was explaining, guys, you get so much healing. It is insane how much healing you get from this build just by passive abilities. So it's really good. And I wouldn't suggest using any staff besides Bless. You can use, like, if you don't have a Blessed staff, you're not gonna suffer, but you will benefit from finding a Blessed staff. I bought this one on the store, so if you want to buy one at the trading post, feel free. You can loot them. I know the Armine dungeon drops a Blessed staff. It's called Lost Faith. So if you can, I ran that dungeon a bunch of times until I found this staff and I stopped doing it. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I suggest. So this is the spear is probably the most important thing for me to explain. Now it gives dex and focus. Spear scales off of dexterity, so that is good, and it gives focus for my life staff power, so that's good. The gem that we're using, this is the most important part of the build. I made a video about this a few days ago, as most of you guys probably saw. I appreciate the support on that video, by the way. But what this gem does, it converts 30% of your damage to nature. Damage scales off of base weapon stat of focus, whatever's higher. So it is going to scale off of your focus. So pretty much 30% of the damage you're going to plan on doing is going to be based on focus. So it is going to boost your damage a ton, and I want to let you guys know that these gems, the nature gems, if you don't know, they come in 20%, 30%, 40%, and 50%. So I have a 30% one because I'm only level 27, so I don't want to use, I have a good one, a purple one that gives 50, and I don't want to waste it because I want to save it for when I'm a higher level. But this is going to be able to make you do damage while scaling into focus. As you guys know, the gems in this game are cool. I think every build is viable if you make it correctly, and this gem is the key to making this build. You are going to need the amber gem, okay? Do not forget to get an amber gem. To keep in mind that you need a blue weapon. It has to be tier 3. Green weapons do not have a gem slot, so you're going to have to buy a blue weapon or loot one. In the beginning, do not be upset if you struggle, because it does happen. I struggled in the beginning until I got the gem, and then my build took off. So I just want to let you guys know. And then lastly, I think this is my favorite perk on the skill, is Keenly Jagged. So on crit, you cause bleed that deals 7% weapon damage for 10 seconds. Now it has a 10-second cooldown, but for some reason I swear this stacks. I don't know why. I feel like it stacks. Like, I feel like I hit people with bleed constantly, but it makes a big difference, as I was saying earlier, because of it stacks with this skill right here. So you're getting 17% weapon damage on at every second. Like, it's really powerful. It's so good. So yeah, that is pretty much the build, guys. I'm gonna be posting more gameplay soon. I hope you guys really enjoy it. It's a really fun build, and it is a blast in team play. It helps me and my teammates stay alive all the time. I hope you enjoy it, and as always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be posting more gameplay as soon as possible. I've been recording a lot. I've been taking my time going through it, so I hope you enjoy. And just to go over the food real quick, I'm using light rations. You can craft these with milk. Strong health potions, I got these from looting in the store. Mana potions and more health potions. So I'm just using health and mana potions to keep my guy alive. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I have. I hope you enjoyed the build, and let me know what you think down below. Any comments, questions, concerns, anything you guys got, make sure to let me know. I hope you guys enjoy, and have a good one.